Hello there. My name is Rob Kneisler. I'm going to be entertaining myself, and I guess my wonderful wife, who's running the control room right now for the next hour. Before I start, I want to thank especially Jennifer Rowe and the folks at Folk Alliance International for all the hard work they've done. I haven't done a lot of these events virtually since the pandemic started, but this one has just been so perfect in every way and so slick. As a matter of fact, I have been exhausted almost the same way as I would have been had I attended in person. So that was a nice thing. Anyways, I'm a singer-songwriter. I live in the Seattle area. I'm about 6 foot tall. I am a member of the Whateverly Brothers, and I might talk about those guys a little bit later, where I do singer-songwriter stuff. I sing a lot about the region. I sing a lot about the sea. And then the Whateverly Brothers, we actually sing sea chanties, and we wander far afield, but right now we're exceptionally hip, or so we're told. Anyways, the first song I'm going to do is called About Robert Frost, and I don't think it needs much more explanation than that. I'd also like to thank Throat Coat Tea for existing. Tracks, do you remember that poem? It's not sure where to go, and his horse thinks it's queer. He gives the harness a shake while the woods fill with snow. While the woods fill with snow. While the woods fill with snow. I never understood if he ever made it out, if that horse was okay. Was good. Guess I'll never know what was going through his mind at his crossroads. But there were miles to go. There were still miles to go. There were miles to go. By that very same guy about a fork in the road, and which is better or worse, to go with the flow, to choose his own way. And he stood for a time wondering which way to go, wondering which way to go, wondering which way to go. Well, he made up his mind and took that road less traveled, and it made all the difference, but he sure took his time. It doesn't seem to show that he was all that certain at his crossroads. He didn't really know. He just didn't know. He really didn't know. Rhymes that came out of this guy had to do with the fire or the ice the next time. I guess he understood that just one decision could define your whole life, for the bad or the good, for the bad or the good. mistakes in this life that I'd like to take back, that I'd rather forget. I thought it all through and I wouldn't change a thing since all my crossroads led me straight to you. They led me to you, led me straight to you. That was my song called About Robert Frost, which is actually the first song on my recently released CD, which is called Lift Me Up. This is the CD itself. It's a full 4-panel production, beautiful artwork by Mike Votava, produced by local legend Wes Waddell, with a booklet. It's just a wonderful value, I think. I would also like to thank all the FAI affiliated radio DJs. We released this album in September and it debuted at number 35 on the folk charts, which I didn't see coming. I thought that was just awesome. And I really, really very much appreciate it. If any DJs or concert people are listening, feel free to reach out to me. My name is fairly unique in the music world, and my website is very easily found. So just go ahead and shoot me a line and I will mail you a CD toot sweet. Looks pretty quiet on the chats. I'm trying to follow both YouTube and the FAI site, and I'm not seeing any chatter. So if anybody is listening, go ahead and say hi. I'd like to know you're here. And if not, if you're watching this later on, don't bother because I'll be sleeping probably. So this next song is unreleased. And I wrote this when my wife Oriana and I were still dating. And I found myself ironing shirts, which at the time wasn't something that I did frequently. Didn't have to, but for some reason I felt like sprucing myself up. So this is just some ruminations on that. And as far as, my writing style goes for love songs, this might be as serious as it gets. A lot of people have love affairs like Red and Scarlet, and I think we're more like Lucy and Ricky. This is called Irony. You make me iron my shirts. I've got this pressing need. Now I'm feeling cuffed and collared. You make me iron my shirts. You make me shine my shoes. It's laced down in my soul with my tongue hanging out. You make me shine my shoes. I've been tossed like salad greens, living in shades of blue cheese. I'm feeling like an iceberg, but somehow I still remain. Not like some vegetable, sliced and diced on the table. Well, let us get together and sing a new refrain. You're just like gasoline, although I'm running lean. You combusted my life, you're just like gasoline. You make me feel clean. Good God, I'm feeling clean. Though my intentions aren't dirty, you make me feel clean. Gluttons commit gluttony, heretics do heresy, and as I flatten all my garments, I get the irony. Ah, that was irony. And Oriana's smiling at me. So that must mean that she liked the song. And it looks like some people are finally saying hello. Thank you so much, Mark, from BC. Wow. Thank you very much for watching. And we've got Katrina. Oh, Katrina, thank you. I can't wait to see you when Tumbleweed opens up again. I'm sure we'll be talking sooner than later. So it's really great to hear from you as well. So I'm going to continue, I guess. Is there, okay, there's nothing you want to say? All right, she's giving me the thumbs up, so we're going good. I love all things Canadian. I don't know. Is there a word for that? A Canadiophile? But this is a copy of Bruce Cockburn's guitar made by Canadian luthier Linda Manzer. So the same person who made Bruce's guitar. Actually, this is made from the same chunk of wood. The top is. The wood was a piece of cedar that floated up on Vancouver Island in the late 70s, and Linda apparently acquired it on the last day of her apprenticeship to Jean Larrabee, another Canadian legend. And then the headstock, I don't know if you can see that. That's used with permission. This is a hummingbird done by, I believe, Tlingit artist. I might have gotten that wrong, but Ben Husty, who's just marvelous. So I got a lot of Canadian stuff going on. Matter of fact, I think I could get Canadian citizenship because my family, my mother's side, came through Canada. That might qualify me. Anyways, you're here for the music, so let's do that. This next one is brand spanking new. So if you come here for the mistakes and the wrecks, you might get some of those. I'm going to check the tuning real quick, if you don't mind. Meanwhile, once again, my name is still Rob Kneisler. I'm in Seattle. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also a member of the Whateverly Brothers. And by the way, you should go out onto the internet and look for the Whateverly Brothers, the ones that are Pacific Northwest based, the original Whateverly Brothers. Find us on Facebook or find us on our website. And what we've been doing during this global pandemic is, most of us are, three of us in the band, we either have day jobs or we're retired. So what we wanted to do was figure out how to pay it forward. And so for the last almost year, we've been doing a bi-weekly show called the Fortnight of Doom, and it's a stream. And we have a guest who's usually a full-time musician, and we raise money either for the musicians or for a favorite venue or for a favorite charity. There was one guy who donated to some fire-ravaged towns in the Cascades. We've raised in the neighborhood of $5,000 in the last year. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps. So I invite you to tune into the Fortnight of Doom. Anyways, this is supposed to be about me, as I keep on telling Oriana. So a brand new song. This is just some ruminations on the subject of silver linings. At least the trains run on time. I don't know if the silver linings is a helpful concept. Maybe just forget about the clouds altogether and look for the light is what I was trying to say. I probably should have let the song say that. So here it is, brand new song. We'll see if I can make it through it. They say it's always darkest before the dawn, and every cloud is day, every dark has its day, and every cloud has a silver lining. See it that way. I don't know what they're talking about. It's really kind of absurd to sell you on these rose-colored glasses, and your vision gets blurred. What good are silver linings? What good are silver linings? I've seen my share of storm and gale, I just don't know what you've been through or where you are, or which way you will go, but I'm no stranger to this hole that you're in. I understand. And maybe there's another who will jump down with you and lend a hand. And that's a silver lining. That's a silver lining. Clouds are nothing but water and air, and any ray of hope you see. You know, even moonlight starts with the sun. Eventually, and if you're lost in darkness and doubt, you feel like the ending is near, find your light and stand before it. Your inner spark will appear, and that's your silver lining. That's your silver lining. I have lived with clouds for all my life, and it has crossed my mind. When you rise from underneath, your light is what you'll find. And that's our silver lining. That's our silver lining. That's our silver lining. That's our silver lining. Oh yeah, that's our silver lining. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? That was a new song called Unreleased Song. I guess since I came out with my first CD in September, now I call all the songs that weren't on the CD unreleased. So that's a perk. If you ever decide to come out with a CD, that's one of the perks. So good to know. And the more you know. Let's see. Michael Henchman. Oh, I'm so looking forward to visiting with you in a few days, I think it is, right? Michael Henchman is a wonderful performer from the Portland area, and you should look him up. And there's my sister-in-law, Sally. Hi. And Dan Roberts, my brother, my whateverly brother. Thanks. Appreciate it. And Eileen, wonderful. Hi from Tacoma. Thank you very much. And it's good to see some chatter out there. I appreciate that. And once again, thanks to Folk Alliance International, and especially the one who's been communicating with me, Jennifer Rowe. She's been herding cats, and she's been herding them quite well. Anybody who's listening from the radio world or from the concert world, go ahead and find me. Website and tip jar information and purchase information is in the comments throughout, wherever this is streaming. But if you're like a radio or concert person, just go ahead and shoot me a line and I will send you a CD. Toot sweet. So what's going to happen next here? Well, this is hard. I mentioned the genesis of this guitar. When I went to pick it up a few years ago, I spent a marvelous day with Linda Manzer. And we have been talking for 3 years during this build. All sorts of little details and how we were going to do it. And of course, Linda had gone through a few wobbles of her own. So, normally her turnaround is about a year. But with everything that was going on in both of our lives, it took 3 years to create this guitar. And so to finally get to go to Toronto and meet her in person was just mind-blowing. It was a wonderful experience. And I really needed to drive back and catch a flight the next morning, but I didn't want to leave. And, she told me all these stories about her wonderful life, the good times and the bad. And I don't know, just remembering that wonderful day and the wonderful trip, really. I walked all over Toronto that weekend. It's just kind of an instrumental sort of flowed through me. And so this is on the CD, Lift Me Up. It's called Linda's Theme. And I was just thinking about the arc of our conversation when I did it. Linda's theme. Aha. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. This next one is another one of my sort of love songs, but this time it's more metaphysical. I was listening to Sirius Radio for the first time a few years back, and there's a coffee house channel, and I don't know much about it. To me, it seemed like it's a channel for a bunch of waif-like 20-somethings singing cover songs wonderfully. And I did enjoy it, but there was this one song where the hook, I think it was something like, the whole hook for the song was like, love is like a diamond. Love is like a diamond. I suppose it is, but it's more than that, at least in my experience it is. So with my pen in hand, I went home and angrily dashed this thing off in 20 or 30 minutes. And it's my rebuttal to that song. And this is called Love is Like. I was in a drop tuning. I just barely caught that. I better check that up. I know it's never going to happen, but when I was younger, I dreamed of being one of those guys that just had a guy bring you a guitar that was already tuned, ready for the next song. It's never going to happen. And I suppose I could probably arrange it. Oh, by the way, Reggie Garrett says hello. Hi, I'm glad the sound and lighting is good, especially coming from you. If you get a chance, take a look at Reggie's set. I think it was it was last night. It all seems like a blur. In the Far West. It's one of the finest performances of the week, in my highly suspect opinion. So back to Love is Like. I wrote this, by the way, for a voice like Jimmy Dale Gilmore's. I don't have that voice, but I kind of channel it in my head. Love is like my old first car, 'cause it's blue sometimes and sticks in second gear. Love is like a tangerine, 'cause it's firm to slightly soft and it's heavy for its size. Love is like a used dishwasher that comes with an apartment where they only ask for first month's rent and there's no cleaning fee. Yeah, I know love. I know love. Love is like a John Wayne movie, but not the one that you're thinking of. Love is like a baby's smile. Wait, no, it's not. I take that back. Love is like a silent chord played on an old piano by a Latvian trombonist on her quest to make it big. I know love. I know love. Love is like a burning oven mitt, a gift from your first cousin that never even fit. Yes, that's it. Love is like a tennis ball. I'm not sure why, that's just the way it is. Love is like an angry sea in a Bob Ross painting, according to my dad. Love is like an operation suddenly gone bad, where the patient might not make it, and it's someone who you hated, and they're not even related, so it's kind of complicated, and you're not sure what to think. Yeah, I know love. I know love. I know love. I know love. And that's my song, Love is Like, which also, by the way, is on my album, Lift Me Up, if you want to buy it. I'm easy to find. I see my mom has joined. Mom, I heard you got your jabs. You got both sets, so I'm really happy to hear that. Mom's back in Michigan, where I come from. I'm out in Seattle now. Oh, that song. Oh, what good timing, Mom. You're going to like this. And by the way, I'm sorry about the hair. There's a pandemic on, apparently. Well, no, I mean, Oriana cut it. It was much worse. It was very long. I got to look. But yeah, I imagine I will get it cut once I get my jabs, or once this is all over. When the people who know better than I do, who got their degrees, say it's safe to do so. But anyways, getting back to this. Now this one I do have to check the intonation. Give me just a quick sec. I can barely see the tuner with these glasses on. But this is a song about from Michigan, so the timing is perfect. Well, it's about Michigan. And it's about my family history as well. This is about a boat that plied the 5-mile and change stretch between Mackinac City and St. Ignace, Michigan. And she was delivered in 1911 by my great-grandfather, John McLaughlin. So he was the first skipper just to deliver her for the railroad. And what the ship did is she carried people and trains. But that 5 miles is a pretty nasty 5 miles in the winter. Traffic would get backed up for 30 miles. People would just have to wait in their cars. People would sell food on the side of the road. The only other thing you need to know about this song is that the term hand bomber referred to coal-fed ships that were fed the coal to the boilers by hand. And this particular ship, called the Chief Wawadam, was built just before conveyor belt systems were in vogue. And so the name of this song is Last of the Hand Bombers. And here we go. Hey, Nancy, thank you. Nancy Dillon, by the way, was instrumental in helping out with the production of the CD. Nancy Dillon through Rose Rock Music Services. I think that's the full name of it. She's wonderful, and she really knows a lot. And so with her guidance, I was able to get through the project. Last of the Hand Bombers. Long ago there was a boat they called the Chief Wawadam. Sailed the straits of Mackinac in northern Michigan. She carried cars and trains across through winter ice and Great Lake squalls. We'll never see the likes of her again. But Chief Wawadam was brand new in 1911, a product of the Toledo Shipbuilding Company. My great-grandfather John McLaughlin oversaw her maiden voyage. That makes the Chief a special boat to me. They built the bridge at Mackinac to cross that great divide. No need to fight the ice, the shores, the current and the tide. No need to shovel coal by hand and run the freight from side to side. No more ships, the bridges have their ride. Through 2 world wars and far beyond, they sailed the Chief Wawadam, farrier of automobile, passenger and train. For 73 years and more, her whistle was beloved by all. We'll never see the likes of her again. They built the bridge By 1984 they had retired the chief of Walton. She was the last hand bomber on the Great Lakes to remain. The last boat left that weathered through the great storm of 1913. We'll never see the likes of her again. As time goes by, I often feel much like the chief of Walton, a relic of a gender age, the last one of my kind. As freight goes rushing faster, crossed bridges I can't recognize, leaving me forgotten far behind. They built the bridge of Mackinac to cross that great divide. No need to fight the ice, the shoals, the current and the tide. No need to shovel coal by hand and run the freight from side to side. And no more ships, the bridges have their ride. And no more ships, the bridges have their ride. That's a song that's very close to my heart. And Mom's too. Mom, you rode that ship more than you care to remember. You can count at least. I'm sure you like to remember. Could I get some more of this wonderful tea? Thank you. So, the guitar is now thoroughly out of tune, but we're going to deal with that. And we're going to go into another alternate tuning. So lots of fun coming up. And while I'm doing this, I could probably look at a few messages and see what's been going on. Once again, my name is Rob Kneisler. I'm a Seattle-based singer-songwriter. If you are with radio or with concerts, go ahead and give me a shout. I will send you a CD like faster than you might believe. Well, as fast as the current state of the Postal Service will allow, right? Also, I want to remind you that I'm a member of a group, sort of a maritime trio, sort of like the Kingston Trio meets the Three Stooges. And if you look us up on the internet, thewhateverlybrothers.com, we're going to be having our regular series, our Fortnight of Doom, where we raise money for full-time musicians. And that'll be this Saturday at 5:30 PST. Okay, now I go into the alternate tuning. This, by the way, for you students of music, is a drop F-sharp tuning that Bruce Cockburn uses a lot, and I lifted it off of him without reservations. So it sounds like this. Very nice. Mark Eiler, wonderful. Good to hear another Michigan buddy. So very good to hear from you. I might just reach out to you tonight when I'm relaxing. Okay, good. So we're going to continue. This is another maritime song that I wrote. I was actually in the initial stages of building the song. I was thinking about my Whateverly brother bandmate Chris's poor old sailboat that was sitting in the driveway, and that kind of got me into the mood of the song. But then I took it in a different direction. So this is called The One That Got Away. My father was a fisherman. That's how I learned to love the sea. Off the southern coast of Wales, learning at my father's knee. Sailing boats both great and small, from Gold Cliff all the way to Swansea Bay. Went to garden fresh caught flounder, and the ones that got away. And for the freedom that they won, how I felt like Hemingway. The fish remembered most are the ones that got away. I got a job in Washington, aboard a ship bound for the Bering Sea. Cooking in sockeye salmon, a roving landless life I made for me. For 40 years I rode the waves, among the fish and salt and sun and sky. The little time I spent ashore, the women, friends and lovers blurred on by. And for the freedom that they won, and how I felt like Hemingway, the girls remembered most are the ones that got away. I have been old man beached and dry, and every penny that I earned was spent on women and on wine. The rest was wasted and was burned. So here I lay in this bare room, no wife and no child to call my own. Sight and strength are but a memory, and I'm left here all alone. And still I'm tethered to these bones, and I feel like Hemingway. And it seems like my whole life was the one that got away. Still I'm tethered to these bones, and I feel like Hemingway. And it seems like my whole life was the one that got away. The one that got away. Thank you so much, sweetie, for the tea. And thank you to Larry Morante for introducing me to Throat Coat Tea. Throat Coat Tea. Try it. And no, they are not a sponsor or anything like that. I'm saying this just out of love for this tea. Not often that something good for you also tastes good. Okay. Yeah, that one was off of the CD. And once again, I am Rob Kneisler, Seattle-based singer-songwriter. If you're a radio person or a concert person, want a CD, reach out to me. I will get it to you. This next one is unreleased. I sometimes have a problems making it through this song because I get so angry and so sad sometimes. But this is another song about the Pacific Northwest, some of its history, some of what I call home. The only thing I need to tell you about this song is that there's a Japanese phrase that I just know deep down I don't understand because of the cultural reference, and I can't understand it because you got to live it, you got to know it, you got to grow up with it. But the phrase is shikata and it literally translates as "it cannot be helped." And I found this phrase in some of the writings that I came across when I was researching this song. And if you ever get a chance and you're in Seattle, visit the Japanese Cultural Arts Center down in Beacon Hill, and it tells a very poignant story that this song is all about. So this song is called "Just What We Could Carry." Aboard trains without windows, prisoners of our own military. After the Pearl Harbor day, they stole our possessions away and said we could take with us just what we could carry. Minidoka in the wastelands, years dragged on and on. After the war, the soldiers said to go home, but any relief felt was temporary. There was no home to return to, all had been taken away. We had to start over with just what we could carry. No job, no room, nothing for you. Years dragged on and on. Sharing a room with 3 other families, giving and taking as was necessary. We learned to be patient and kind, with dignity, grace, and soul. In the end, these were the things we chose to carry. Working, waiting, grieving, saving, years dragged on and on. Ise, nise, watashi tachi ga moteru bondake. Take only what you can carry, shikata ga nai. Maybe you cheer for the building of walls, the caging of souls you presume adversaries. All this can suddenly change when others come to your doorstep and say you can take with you just what you can carry. just what you could carry. Just what we could carry, rather. Give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and once again pop this thing into yet another tuning. And this goes back to my dream of having somebody just hand me a freaking guitar. That's already in tune that I want it to be in. But then I'd have to have several guitars like this one. And I simply cannot afford that. I call this my little red Porsche of the midlife crisis guitar. When I don't call it the Manzer. We're going to go into a happy dad gad. Let's see, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I think we're almost ready to go, except I'm going to slap a capo on this puppy, and then the intonation's going to go awry again, I imagine. Oh, we're getting down to 10 minutes, it looks like. The time is going way faster than I thought. I want to thank you all once again for watching. I really appreciate that, because without you, this would just be a rehearsal. Let's face it. Boy, I'm glad I checked that one. All right, this next one is another instrumental. It's called Heather Dancing Twixt the Tables. And the genesis of that is I had come up with a... I'll look that up, Sally. Thank you for the comment. I knew I'd come up with something vaguely Irish, and so I resorted to social media and said, what do I got? And this nice young lady I know named Heather, who works at Egan's Ballard Jam House when it is open. I can't wait to be able to go back there. She told me that this is probably a jig. And so in her honor, I call this Heather Dancing Twixt the Tables. And this is also on my CD called Lift Me Up, which, by the way, is for sale or for free to radio and concert people. Have I said that enough, you think, sweetie? No, she says no. Because we got 14 tons of these CDs up in the attic, and we need to level the house. Maybe I could redistribute them. Heather Dancing. And yo, hootman! That was Heather dancing twixt the tables. I think I've only got time for one more, and I'm so sad that our timing is coming to an end. Oriana says 4 more minutes. So, yep. And most of my songs are in excess of 4 minutes, so I might go a little bit late. Once again, thank you so much, all of you, for watching. I really appreciate it. And once again, big thanks out to Jennifer Rowe and all the crew at Folk Alliance International. And I want to thank all the people who've supported me in the production of this album. There are too many to mention, but certainly Wes Waddell, Nancy K. Dillon, T.J. Morris over at the studio, all my friends back in Michigan, Dan Hazlett, Mike Lane, so on and so forth, and Linda Manzer for putting up with me and building this wonderful instrument. So I'm gonna end up singing a love song to an engineering project. While I was researching another song, actually no, this isn't that song. While I was researching a love song to an engineering project, the centennial of the Ballard Locks in Seattle, I came across a story about the indigenous people of the area, and there was a tradition that varied from tribe to tribe. Of course, they knew the salmon were about to arrive before they did, because that was their business and their subsistence. And over the millennia, they had built a beautiful tradition where there would be 1 or 2 honored people in the tribe who would be allowed to catch the first 1 or 2 salmon, and they would be, I think they called them the grandfather salmon. And then there was ceremonies thanking, giving thanks for the fish, and then they would go away and party their brains out for 7 to 10 days, and they'd come back all sorry and hungover, and then proceed to catch as many of the rest of them as they possibly could. And that, my friends, was sustainable fishing. And despite our best efforts since Western influences arrived, there's still salmon today. So we're getting closer to understanding, how to run things. So I'm going to leave you with this. And once again, thank you very much. This is called Still the Salmon Run, and it's on my CD. Back in the day, for thousands of years, before the time of the pioneers, in this place we call the Great Northwest, the people knew that the salmon must spawn, so they take 1 or 2 and let the rest swim on, and wait a few days, give thanks, then catch the rest. And still the salmon run, and still the salmon run, and still the salmon run. Then the white men arrived and they cut down the trees, they mined the hills and they dammed the streams. What some call progress, others might call theft. The canoes disappeared as the salmon boats came with their great white sails and their gill-net games. They fished and fished till there was nothing left, but still the salmon run, still the salmon run, still the salmon run. Well, that was then, now it's today, and the miners and the loggers have given way to coffee bars and big old jet planes. But The ships still step out at the break of dawn. The purse-seiners and the log trawlers continue on. Some things change, and some things stay the same. And still the sermon run. And still the sermon run. And still the sermon run. Oh, great spirit of yesteryear, we give thanks for the fish that we take down here in this place we call the Great Northwest. We give thanks for the boats and thanks for the crews, and we pray that we never lose the wisdom that the first ones here possessed. And still the sermon run. 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 Thanks again, everybody. Until we meet again.